limiting and excess reagents. So for question number 1, we have what is the greatest amount of NH3 in grams that can be made with 3.2 grams of N2 and 5.4 grams of H2? What is the limiting reagent and excess reagent, and how many moles are left over, or the excess? So first step right here, we're going to find the mass of the ion that we're finding for, which is NH3. So if you look on your periodic table, the mass of NH3 when you add it all up is going to be 17.04. So we're going to use this for our first step. So first we're going to do the conversions if we need to do any, but we're already in grams. So what we're going to do for that right there is we're going to start off with the conversion from grams to moles, and then we're going to go from our conversions from then on. So we're going to do 3.2 grams of N2, and we're going to multiply that by 1 mole, and we're going to need to find the mass of that right there. And so the mass of N2 is going to be 28.02. Alright, next step, we're going to do our mole ratio. So what you're finding for goes on top. So we're going to be doing 2 moles on top, right there, 2 moles. And then we're going to do for what you already have, which is N2. N2 has 1, so 1 mole. Next step, we're going to take this mass right here, and we're going to put it on top. So 17.04 over 1 mole. And when you put that all in your calculator, you're going to get an answer of 3.9 grams. Third step is the second conversion. So the second conversion, we're going to start off with 5.4 grams of H2. We're going to multiply that by 1 mole. And then the mass of that is going to be 2.02 grams. And then we're going to do the mole ratio again. We're going to have the 2 moles on top and 3 moles on the bottom over here. Next step, we're going to do the same over here, 17.04 by 1 mole. And when you put that in your calculator, you're going to get an answer of 30.4 grams. Next, we're going to determine the limiting and excess reagents. So the limiting reagent is going to be a smaller one of these two. So the limiting reagent is going to be this right here, 3.9. The excess is going to be 30. So when you're over here, you're going to use your limiting reagent for this next conversion. So we're going to do 3.9 grams. We're going to multiply that again by 1 mole and get the conversion of that over there. So we're going to do the 28.02. Alright, next up we're going to do a mole. Alright, and so for your mole ratio, you're going to be doing on top of the excess. So the moles of the excess, we're going to have 3 moles on top. And we're going to have the moles of the one that you already have, which is just 1 mole on the bottom. And so you're going to multiply that again, and you're going to do that times the mass of the excess, so 2.02 grams over 1 mole. And when you put that in your calculator, you're going to get 0.7 grams. Alright, now to find the final answer, which is the excess reagent, or the final excess, leftover, everything like that, you're going to do whatever the excess was to begin with, 5.4. You're going to subtract it from your answer that you got right here, 0.7 grams. And then for your final answer, you're going to have 4.7 grams of NH3.